everyone. This is Mentor Motorogene, and in the meeting today, students from Group 5, Circle 2, and they're here to have a that was given to them a while ago. And for this presentation, is Matthews, standing in as the speaker for Circle 2. So the floor is open now. Francis Marshall.
Go ahead, ma. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me, please? Hello.
Go on.
Okay.
Francis Matthews, hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma. Good evening, everybody. I'm Matthew Francis, and standing as a representative, Group 2. And here with me is Ajayi Adejare, Olaniyi Temitope, Ajibola Ayobami, Ajorin Tony, Ola Moyegun, Temitope, Ekunragbon, Anita Onome, Ayesa, Adeola, Agbola, Abdurrahman as part of the Circle 2 that composed our presentation. First, I will just run quickly, since we have just 30 minutes. I'll go straight to the breakdown of expenses of the $50,000 given to us as a money meant for the project. Hotel and feeding will cost about $5,000. Visas and flight tickets will take $13,500. Procurement of MMM memorabilia/souvenirs will be $1,000. Hosting of the website for the MMM site will be $1,500. Expenses for publicity such as flyers, posters, banners, caps, t-shirts, they all cost $4,500. Broadcasting and media adverts will take about $1,500. Taxi fee to tour around the city will take about $2,000. Refreshments at seminar, $2,000. Communication, gadgets and projectors, video coverage and renting of us will take about $3,500. Translators charge will take about $1,000, and miscellaneous will be $9,500, while leftover cash will be $5,000, all sum up to $50,000. So, one thing we should know about the fact, before we talk about the Thailand MMM thing, is that Thailand is also known as Pratetai. It's a land of the free. It has a population of about 6,300,979 persons, and at the average growth of 0.022%. And the current exchange rate to Thai in dollar is $1, which is equals to 38.80 Thai baht. That is the currency which they use. And the aim of this is to successfully develop an MMM, to develop MMM in Thailand and raise managers that will continue the work of sustaining MMM in that country. Our pre-departure activities include meeting before the departure to map our strategies of our successful takeoff, and also to leverage our experiences as a group on each member in their own corporate world. We also conducted a job hazard analysis, which is called GHA, and the SWOT analysis for activities that, and this helped us to make certain crucial decisions before we depart from Nigeria, and that actually take us straight to the marketing activities which we will be meeting there before arriving at Thailand. The market plan of action for the week is the promotion of MMM in Thailand, which will last for 7 days. Day one, we'll be talking about the lodging and accommodation, survey of the sites, locating venues also for the seminar. On day two, we'll be making acquaintances with citizens, visits to printing press, to printing flyers and banners. On Wednesday, which is the third day, receiving and distributing flyers through roadshow, and fourth day, continuation of roadshow to distribute flyers. On day 5, sensitization continues, roadshow, sharing of flyers, and so on, and to the major populated places for mass awareness. On day 6, it will be about the seminar, while on day 7, which is on Sunday, it will be one-on-one meetings, first with the people who want to one clarification and reservations. So on the tax one, the question which we are given is we have received all the information needed in order to become managers and how we can develop plan for it. First, the first plan of action is to identify the major and most populated city in Thailand, which happens to be Bangkok. We are using Bangkok as our starting point. The local language in Thailand is not English, but Thai. So that made us to hire translators. That cost us about $1,000. We carry out a SWOT analysis of MMM in the country. We create online presence by creating a fully functional website, which is, for the start, www.mmm-thailand.net. And we'll be using the social media networks such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and sorry, ma. Okay, should I just continue? Okay, we'll be using Snapchat, YouTube, by creating MMM page and uploading videos. Also,
please go on.
Okay.
Go on, Matthews. Please, MMM pays. You got the instruction before the meeting. Please mute your mic. As soon as you get into the meeting, mute your mic. Once your mic is on, it affects the presenter when he or she is to affect the. Matthews, you can go on, please.
Okay. Next thing we'll be doing is we'll be creating those social medias, using social media to like Facebook, Twitter, and the rest, like Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, by creating MMM awareness and boost. And we'll be providing availability of computers and internet access to the participants for registration. Also, on our research, we discovered that MMM is using the dial-up, which we are still using also here in this country. So it's the 8th fastest growing nation on internet access in Asia. Also, we'll be organizing seminar where people will be taught about the MMM ideology, how it works, the rules, and the benefits as well. There will be video coverage of the seminar, and it will be uploaded on the website and the social media. Televisions and radio adverts for massive awareness, likewise accept interviews on shows if we are called upon. Bulk SMSs shall be sent also to the large population, which is mainly from the Bangkok city, and we'll be giving out MMM souvenirs. The strength there is what, in particular, starting from the strength, is steady internet access and the registration, which is totally free. That is the strength which we are going to gain there. Then about the interested participants will also get the registration bonus, being the first timer, and there is no specific preparation that is required. The weakness is that no lawful law or directions backing it up, and one of our weaknesses is the language barrier, because they are using Thai language while we are using English. Then most people too there are not computer literate, so we need to equip them, train them, and let them know the use of computers, how they can use it as well. The opportunities which we'll be getting there is that it assists the standard living of people there, their lives. The registration is free and open to everyone. It will create a financial order to them. Members are allowed to meet each other as well. Mechanized way of having finance will be reduced. This is the main source of their financing is farming. But the threats which you are going to get there is the political instability, because you observe that they swap in between. Today it might be it will be democracy, next tomorrow it will be military. So they don't change anyhow. That is the threat. Secondly, government might try also to influence or to stop the activity. Another thing is the activeness of the participants that will be providing help. That may slow down the process, from the start, but it can lead also to a post mode if it continues. And the media propaganda, just like the one we are facing here in Nigeria, where we forecast minimum to attend the seminar at the start of about 800 persons. But the registration in the first week, we hope to register about 450 persons. So deposits, the deposits and average deposits per participant is $300. So if we combine the total deposits by 300 times 450 persons, we'll be having about $135,000 as in the first week. And in our that is about the tax 1. In tax 2, let's say a week has passed and we have our 4 men. The calculations here is that we will be calculating the following. Let's say the principal amount is 450%, 30% interest rate, 20% registration bonus for those that are starting with $300. In the first week, the principal amount of persons should be 450, 300 persons, which is $300, sorry to say, which will amount to $135,000. Interest rate will amount to about, in total, $40,500. And the registration bonus will amount total in that first week, $9,000. If we sum it up, it will give us $184,000, $500. That's $184,500. That's the overall total GH for the first week. In the second week, we will be required to PH. The required PH will be equal to the PH for 1 week, which is divided by 300. So let's say $184,500 divided by $300. That will amount to about 615 persons. That is what we project. And if we calculate it up, or in the total amount of GH in the second week, we'll be having $184,500 expected amount of persons after week 1 GH. Interest rate will be $55,350 by 30%. Then registration bonus will amount to $12,300 by $20 registration bonus. That's the total sum of $252,150. In the third week, same applies, and using the same formula, we'll be expecting 841 persons. In the total of overall GH for the third week, we get about $304,810. In the fourth week, we'll be projecting to have about 1,150 participants. That will give a total GH of, in the week 4, $471,500. So our plan of action within this period is that we will begin training for the first set of participants to become guiders. The second plan is that we'll continue with the online publicity and promotion of the MMM on the social media websites. The third line is that we'll be having offline presentations and seminars on MMM that will also be organized during this period, non-stop. We'll just continue non-stop so that the awareness can go round fast within this 1 week. Then the needed resources includes the laptops, the flyers, the banners, and the MMM branded bus as well. So total participants for the first month, in total, we will be arriving about 3,056 persons, like 56 participants. On our tax 3, let's say a month has passed and we are about 100, the same plan for another month on the basis of results of previous calculations, taking into account their dynamic growth, the number of new participants and contributions for the next 4 weeks. On the 5th week, the required PH will be equal to GH for 4 weeks, divided by 300 per participant. So that will amount to about 1,572 persons. And in total of the GH for week 5, we will be expecting 644,520 persons, dollars, sorry to say, not persons. On the 6th week, we'll be expecting in total 2,149 persons. And the total GH for week 6, we'll be expecting 881,000, sorry to say, 90 participants to GH at the 6th week. So 7th week, we'll be expecting 2,937 persons. And the total GH which you'll be expecting is $1,204,170 to be GH'd in the 7th week. In the 8th week, we'll be expecting 4,114 persons. All of this, we are using a ratio of $300 per participant. So the total GH which we'll be expecting is $1,645,740 in week 8 as the overall total of GH in week 8 per participant. All this include of the interest rate and the registration bonus as well. So in total of all in the week 5, week 6, week 7, and week 8, we'll be expecting 10,672 persons. 10,672 persons as the total number of participants in MMM Thailand. So our plan of action is that we adopt same plan again as action started. So on our tax 4, let's say 2 months have passed and number of participants and deposits I have calculated or have reset, and now I calculate what we need to organize within the next 1 month. Then a week after the start of the month, there's a local holiday in Thailand which is celebrated during the week, respectively. In this period, the activity of the number of institutions falls by 75%, which means my plan didn't work of the 10,000 plus. So all I have to do is expected registration in the first week. When the holiday starts, we required is the total number of PH is equals to GH for week 8, which is $300. If we slash it down by $300, we'll be expecting 5,876. Now the expected GH for week 9 participants will fall down to 2,249, $2,249,260 for week 9. And considering the number of registrations that falls down by 75%, which is 0.5, the total number of unregistered people will fall to 4,115. The number of registrations will fall by that is the total number that falls by 75%. So our expected or assumed principal amount of persons after week 8, the total number will be 5,486 persons. Rating it by $300, what we'll be having is $1,645,800. So overall total GH for week 9 participants, considering the 75% downfall in registration based on the holidays, we'll be having $562,110. So 1,371 persons with PH by $300 will be having 4,111, so to say $300. This will leave a shortfall, a wide shortfall of $1,243,500. So by my workings, our actual amount minus our expected or assumed principal amount, if we calculate it up, or that is, which is $411,300 minus $1,645,800, it will amount to minus $1,243,500. So our plan of action in redeeming the 75% falls in registration is that we'll increase our awareness by launching some marketing campaigns, such as sending bulk SMSs, searching for emails where we could send our adverts to, sharing more videos on the social medias, initializing a bonus of 100 Thai for newly registered participants that donate within the holiday period of 1 week, just as we did here in Nigeria, where we are giving extra 20%. This can urge lots of people to participate by PHing high, so there will be high influx of money at will at that period. Let's say the managers will also PH. Participation in the MMM will grow. Effectively in roadshow, as we are campaigning and allocate responsibility to participants. We continually echo the MMM ideology and benefits. Each participant share flyers to a minimum of 10 persons. Participants will collect details of interested people to follow up and further invite to educate and register them. Offline presentations and seminars also will be organized within this period. As a matter of fact, even charity donations will be done also by the managers. Vigorous adult publicity will be carried out. So the resources that will be needed to increase this number of registered new members is that we will need to train and empower more participants to become managers in the community to increase the input and the output flow in the MMM. The media adverts also will be increased, such as the bulk SMS and the use of social media platforms as well. Then the internet banking should also be encouraged within the participants, so that in case the government, the financial institutions wants to fight against it, they cannot stop them. Also, the post-move can be implemented to delay GH for 1 week holiday period. In case these things are not met up, they will organize additional seminars introducing registration bonus in respect to the holiday period. And the holiday budget, well, what we'll be expecting is this: 100 Thai Marvel for the first 200 newly registered participants. So if we add it up by 100 Thai, that is converting it to dollar, it will be $2.79. So adding it up altogether, it will amount to $558 for the first 200 newly participants. That is what they'll be having. I'm up to my tax 5. Let me say my plan didn't work out, and I did not have enough new registrations and new deposits to cover the cost of the current deposit. It is required to analyze the plan of action in this situation. What are resources, how many participants, contributions, and the rest needed to get the situation resolved. Due to lack of funds, there are delays in payment. The participants saying that they neither make their own contributions nor attract new members. Well, the first plan of action is this: I will just outline causes of unsuccessful outcome and suggestions to cover this flood. First, it could be a sign that the locations which we had covered before are already saturated. So what we'll do is we could move out to a new location. Second thing is we could use previously printed flyers and banners to create awareness, hence we do not incur more cost. The information technology that we have acquired before such as the sound systems and projectors can also be moved to the same locations. So still no additional cost will be incurred. Also, carry out road shows with the same sound systems. We may need to rent a cheaper hall for seminar whereby we can sensitize more people about the ideology. Remember, this time we are moving to a new location to create new awareness in the other parts of Thai land and not Bangkok exactly, maybe other cities. Another thing is we may need to rent them, and we hold several seminars and charity events in public places to sensitize people of the main ideology of MMM, which is the financial freedom. We shall consider getting better bargain on refreshment for the masses. Since we are 2 months old in Thailand, we can assume we now know the locality better than we did before when we first landed. All members of the team this time will be part of the road shows, so registration of the new participants will be easy and it will be fast since there's availability of internet and we train more guiders. So resources, the major resource needed is just human. All of the resources required for publicity have been previously acquired. We shall still take money from the miscellaneous which we kept to finance the publicity. We added miscellaneous to be $9,500, and road shows shall need interpreters and security personnel. The road show budget will take plus minus $2,500, and the items needed is translators or the interpreters cost. This time it will drop from $1,000 to $450. And charges by security personnel will take about $800. Video coverage will take about $200. Hiring of vehicles and indigenous dancers will take about $600, and the light refreshment of $450. That amounts to $2,500. Since the interpreters are whom we have used before, we expect them to give us a discount of 10% from $500 they may want to charge. So we purposely budget $800 for security personnel because we suspect we may be overcharged since we are foreigners. Since we are in the capital of Thailand, we assume service will be cheaper also. Then the online publicity will be sharing of the videos, pictures derived from the roadshow and seminar to the social media which we have created, the Facebook, Instagram, and the rest, Twitter and the rest, so that we can get more people to register. At the seminar, the hall and gadget will take $1,550, light refreshment of $450. That amounts to $2,000 on the spot. And the forecast is this. On the reservation particular, since the team is now larger, there are more guiders in our midst. In the first week, we hope to register about plus minus 180 persons through social media, 450 persons through seminar, 570 persons through the roadshow. In total deposit of $300 per participant. Sum up all the people which will register through the social media, through the seminar, and through the roadshow, plus minus, we'll be having 1,200 persons. Adding it up with the $300 per participant, we'll be getting about $360,000 in general. Now, I'm moving straight to tax 6. During this month, delay in payments may increase to 7 days. Referral activity almost reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anyone and do not make contributions also. In virtue of this, I'm just giving a question. In virtue of this, a post mode is implemented, which all old macros are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation will right itself. New contributions grow as old conditions, as per old conditions, and are not frozen as available as usual. Make a plan of actions of another month, resources, contributions, and members. Okay, our plan of action first, madam, is that we will start sensitization from the top MMM managers and guiders. That's the first thing we are starting with. Second thing is we'll be organizing forums, seminars to educate participants on the meaning of post mode and also to allay their fears. The third thing is that we will notify the public on guider school, so as to get more indigenous guiders to enlighten the people. The fourth thing is that some of the managers will train the new guiders. You train the new guiders why other managers can go for seminars and registrations. We cannot mandate every participant to partake in this publicity at this point. Only willing participants who has the handprints of MMM ideology can do that, and those that are ready to take MMM forward to the next step. Continuous massive publicity, both online and offline in different parts of Thailand. This time we'll be leaving the central, we'll be moving to other parts. So invariably we'll be looking at, as we have covered the Thailand as a whole. We'll be putting our we'll put the awarding of registration bonuses on hold also. All managers and guiders will be encouraged to keep PHing and encourage their downlines to do the same, so as to salvage the situation as quickly as possible. We can get some charitable celebrities at the capturing background while we are addressing the public. Even if these celebrities don't speak in the video, they could just be seen wearing the MMM branded shirts or caps. So our projections is that we'll projected new members for the month is 6,000 persons. This takes the total of, let's say, if we project them with $300 at an average per person, will be amounting to about $1,800,000, like $1.8 million. I'm moving to our next tax, which is tax 7. Let's say our efforts has been insufficient to reverse the situation. A restart took place, the old marvels are removed. We start to work from the beginning. Serious negative impacts of the members and unfavorable responses, 1 or 2 negative articles in the mass media, and we have to make a fresh start in such conditions. Make a plan of actions under specified conditions, where the number 1 plan of action is that we issue a press statement explaining what went wrong. And we honestly inform people about all risks in MMM, and they should never sell their property or PH with all their life savings because they want to participate in MMM. Second thing is we'll be granting interviews to media houses in order to boost participant confidence by explaining what happened and the reason why it happened. Don't forget, even the media helping us to explain what happens is another means of campaigning for us. Also, the measures taken in order to prevent such occurrences from happening in the future will be outlined. We'll show the history and experience of other countries who had a restart, to consult the leaders in those countries where it happened and how we can learn from them. Then the managers must ensure that they are not carried away with many bonuses, the expense of transparently impacting the true ideology of MMM, and tell them that the survival of MMM is in the hands of those that are participating. If they can remove greed, MMM will last as long as they want it to last. Long live Thailand, MMM. Long live Sagemo Marodi. Long live MMM. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, that was a very good presentation by Francis Matthews on behalf of Circle 2. I commend your presentation. Very good. You missed some things. I was expecting you to make mention of your SWOT analysis that you carried out during the task, after some task.
Okay.
For your task one, this was, trash out to. So you're supposed to have a SWOT analysis, and after 2 to task 3, you're supposed to have another SWOT analysis, because at this particular time, there are challenges. They are definitely writing negative that's the reason you need your thesis. So
Okay.
you check your strengths. It also helps you to know how well you have gone with your with the community, how well you've gone in the community. You know the threats that you can reduce the weaknesses, because both participants and find ways of good. That then also you have threats, have a way to reduce the effect of the threats on the participants. Those are the things you should put in place. Okay, and also for your tax 7, I didn't really hear you say you're going to get in touch with guiders and approach, so that you will not fall into the same problem, so that you can also, in order for you to have a very good comeback. So those are just the additions to your work, so you can add those to your that you're going to submit to me. So thank you very much, Circle 2. That's a good presentation. I once again commend Francis Matthews, who stood in for you. So thank you to other circles as they do their presentation. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome.